So welcome to this video. And in this video, I just want to take you through a step-by-step on how to get started with the medical app source code. And those ones who have access to the source code and they have really requested so much via the YouTube and also via the WhatsApp. They have requested the setup. Most people are getting errors, and in today's video I'm just going to try to actually set it up a step by step, so that I can just help you to get started with it. Now I will be creating different guides for different applications. We have a lot of applications we have in the past, and most people have issues getting started with them. I will be creating guides like these ones. I will be creating guides like these ones which can help you get started. But for this video, we're just going to look at the medical app. And the first step is access to the source code. And when you get the source code, you also get access to this documentation. Okay, so if you just need the source code, I will also leave the link. And also for this documentation, I will also leave the link in the description. So after getting access to the source code, the first thing is you will have your source code. Let me get mine. So this is the source code. Let me go ahead and go to a nice folder, maybe somewhere here. And I'm just going to say create a new folder, medical app, YouTube demo. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and just paste my source code here. And the after having the source code and this guide, these are the two things you need. And probably with this video, so you will have the source code here that you downloaded, and it's going to be the one you download. It will be named something like medical app version 2. Okay, after downloading it, you will also have the access to this documentation. So you can see the first step is to unzip the source code. So let's go ahead and unzip the source code. Okay, I can also close this one. So go ahead and unzip the source code. So you right click and I can just say extract, and I can extract this like so. Okay, so this is the extracted app. You can see I have two folders. Now I can delete this one if I want. So I'm just going to go into this the main. Okay, this one, medical app main. So right click this and open it in VS Code. Okay, just going to open it in VS Code here. So open your terminal. So I'm just going to open the terminal, and if you just see here, open the terminal or command prompt. Okay, so the step 2 is to install the dependencies. So I have a lot of things here open. Probably I should just close some to avoid confusion. Even this one, so that I remain with only one thing. So this is medical app, the main. So the first thing is to install dependencies, and you can just first make sure that you are in the main. Like here you are inside this app, and you can just do something like npm install. Okay, so this one is going to go ahead and install all the necessary dependencies for you. Okay, so this is going to go ahead and install all the necessary dependencies. Step number 2, so you can see here npm install, and step number 3 is set up the environmental variables. So I went ahead and I created some scripts, and these scripts were purposely to help you set up really easily. So I created the first script, this npm run setup. Let's this one first finish. But if you go in the package.json, okay, if you just go to the package.json, you will see that I have two scripts. The first one is the setup, another one is seed. Actually, I didn't test up this seed. That one we might configure it together. But let's just like go step by step. We see if we can get this setup. Now, most people who get the source code, others are developers. They know what they are doing. Others are beginners, and others non-developers. If you're a developer, well and good, most of these things you can easily set them up. The problem comes when someone is a non-developer or is a complete beginner. You might find hard even sort of simplest errors. Most of the times you actually get really small errors and then you cannot even figure them out. And now when you are a completely beginner or you are a non-developer, I would request that you get a developer to help you, or you can pay a little more cost to help you get started or set it up. Okay, because really you cannot just come from nowhere and you're able to navigate through all this source code. Okay, so what I would request, if you are not a developer at all or you're a complete beginner, you're not knowing what these files are all doing, it is best that you get actually a developer. Okay, I would recommend that you get a developer. So it has finished here, so I'm just going to go ahead and clear. So next, after finishing npm install, we can run this npm run setup. Okay, I'm just going to run npm run setup, and this purposely is to help you create the environmental variables. Most people always find it hard to edit the environmental variables. I created this wizard so that it helps you actually create these environmental variables just by a graphical way or with a user interface, where you can actually type the environmental variables and then they will be created for you. Or if you know what you're doing, you can just simply go and manually do it. So you can see here, there is a wizard, a setup wizard, and you can see here, these are a few steps that will help you set up your application. If you'd prefer to do this manually, just edit the .env file directly. So you already have here an example of a .env file. There is .env.example, which is actually having all the required set of environmental variables you need to run this before you get started. And this is the database URL, resend API key, and all these others that you need to get started. Now, uh, if you don't know how to get these ones, you can either Google or watch my previous videos. Really, I'm not going to show you how to get one by one, but getting database URL for MongoDB and resend API key, it is something that is really easy. But if you still have issues on getting these ones, you can still comment in the comment section, and I will just make another video getting to show you how to get these ones. Now, assuming you know how to get these ones, now you can see that when you open this wizard, it is actually going to help you set up the database, upload thing, next host, resend, and finish. So you can start by just adding the database configuration, and this one you need to get a MongoDB database connection URL, something that will look like this in this placeholder. And I also put here a hint. You can get this URL from MongoDB Atlas, and you can click on these links. They will open here where you can read how to get it, the MongoDB things from here. Okay. I'm just going to go back to the application. I have mine. I'm just going to simply copy it and paste it there. So I'm just going to go ahead and copy this, Control C, and let me paste it here. So here you paste your MongoDB and you can see how it will look like. It will be in this format. And then next is upload thing, secret key, and upload thing app ID. And you can have to access this from your upload thing dashboard. You have to go to the dashboard or you log in. You will be required to log in, go to any project and get those. Just go to any of your you can just go to any of your projects, and then you have the API keys, and then you have these upload thing secret and upload thing app ID. So I also have these ones. I'm just going to go ahead and just add them. So I'm just going to say upload thing. So I'm just going to copy this and then add it here. So just go ahead and get yours, because you cannot use mine. And the reason being is that when you want to modify those files or you want to access those files, you will not see them, and it's not a good, as a developer, you need to know how to set up these things. But I put this to help you set it so easily. Okay, and if you want to see how I created this wizard, you can also comment in the comment section. I can create a video showing I created this wizard that creates inf. So I'm just going to go ahead and also put this ID, and then next, and then I will just set up the next auth URL. Just grab this one from here. Okay, but there is also here, learn on this how to get these ones. You go to this documentation, you can see them. They are also here, how to get them. Okay, but I'm just going to go back and I put them here. So this is localhost 3000, remove the slash, and then the secret, you can put any random thing. I'm just going to go ahead and add a random string just like this one. Next, then resend API key. Just go ahead and also for resend, you can also just go to the resend and also get these. They have a documentation here, and you can just go ahead and get started, and you just get the API key for these ones. Okay, so that's really I put these links to help you to point to write the documentations. So going back here, I'm just going to put mine, just like this. And remember, when you put this next, and now you can see we have set all of them. Okay, and you can see here, you're going to, after finishing, you will just review your MV file and see if it was created. Restart your application, run npx prisma db push, and then also run the seed. So just click on finish, and you can see environmental variable set successfully. If I just go ahead and I check, I must have the .mv created. If I open it, you can see it has been nicely created with all the things you want. Okay, so yeah, that was to simplify your life. So that now this one, you can close this this window here, but we can just leave it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead, and now the next thing, if you go to the documentation here, after you have run this one, you can say this will open a browser window for the prompts, and this process will create a .m file in your project with this. Now, next is restart the server. So you can just go ahead and just run npm run dev. Or actually, before we run this, we need to go ahead and seed. So I'm just going to run this. This is the one I told you I didn't test this one. I actually don't know if this is going to run because it is having a lot of things. I just created the seed file in this Prisma. There is a seed file. I'm not so sure if it is going to go ahead and run because it has a lot of things that I didn't have time to test, but we're just going to go ahead and run it anyway and see if it can just actually run in the first instance. So I'm just going to go ahead and run npm. Okay, we just have to stop this. So I'm just going to go ahead and run npm run seed. I think that's what the command says. Npm run seed. So npm run seed is supposed to go ahead and create some dummy data for you, but definitely there is an error here. I will be fixing this by the time you download the actual source code. This might be actually fixed. Okay, so there is a problem here. Is saying Prisma installation Prisma.user.create invocation. Okay, so there is something here. Okay, environmental variable not found database URL. Okay, really? Let's check database URL. You can see it is there. I don't know why Prisma 13. I don't know why it is saying it is not there, but I'm seeing it here. Database URL. Okay, and you can just go ahead and clear, and maybe probably we could just refresh. I don't know how do you even refresh the VS Code? It would be nice if I just refreshed like VS Code or something. What I'm just going to do is I'm just going to close this even I'm just going to close this and open it one more time. Just go ahead and just open it here, maybe just to refresh. Let me just go ahead and run again. npm run seed. Okay, I'm not so sure if the okay, so still they're saying they cannot find async function main admin password const main prisma.create error environmental variable not found database. Okay, let's first go and see this seed. I'm not so sure where this seed is. Seed is here. Okay, so one thing we could also do is using the Prisma global instance, I guess. Oh, we need also to seed. Did I just skip one step? Before we run the seed, we need to actually have one step before this, which is npm db seed. I think we need to run a one thing before that. Let's first do that and see. Okay, clear this, clear. npm, I just say npx prisma. Okay, Prisma DB push. We just need to first actually push. How comes I don't have this state? We're supposed to first seed before you do anything else. Okay, because I will put this step in here. Before you see it, there is you running npm db push. How come I just didn't see that? Sorry for that, but you need to run npm npx prisma db push to push all these into your newly created database. Now we can run the npm run seed just like this. Now let's see if we're just going to get an error. Okay, so you can see now all the things have been actually created. It was that error, and you can see, wow, this is really nice. So you can see admin created, patient created, and we have a lot of doctors who was also were created. So you can just go ahead and just clear this. And now I can just run npm run dev after running the seed. I'm just happy that the seed file actually ran without any problems. That was really good. I'm so happy for that. I'm just going to go here and I did this, that you jump to one step. We're just going to update this. For now, I'm just going to go ahead and go back here. Go back here on the localhost 3000. We see if we can just load some doctors. I'm also just going to go ahead and update this documentation while I'm just doing all this. I'm just going to look for this. Let me just go to my documentation. Where is it? Projects. I'm just going to go here and I update the docs, because I might just forget. Most of the times after this, I always get so busy that I don't actually have to forget to update some of these things. So there is the documentation. It is here. I'm just going to update this. Okay. So after this, there is some default accounts. The doctors were we updated the doctors. I'm just going to actually tell Cloud to update this. In the guide, you forgot one step. And just going to say before step number, so before step number 5. So after restarting the server, before step, so after step 4, which is restart server, here. Okay. So I'm just going to say in the guide you forgot a one step. After step 4, which says restart the server, we need a step where to run npm npx prisma db push sync all the data, or the sync the prisma schema with the database. Okay, so add that step and also update the user accounts, since we added more to doctors. Okay, so just wanted just update the docs. Meanwhile, we have localhost 3000. You can see it open this, and we can see that we actually have 3 doctors. Okay, And this is really nice. This is really nice. We have three doctors, and these ones were created as the demos. There are no services, specialists, and what. These are the things you can update later on, but at least we have these three doctors we can start with. Okay, so now we can try to log in and see if this is going to work. Okay, we can try to log in and see if this is going to work. So on this, you can see that the accounts that were created, we have the admin, we have the doctor. So you can first log in as a doctor. The password is doctor, and this one is doctor@doctor.com. Very easy to remember. So you can just say here, the doctor at doctor. So this is doctor@doctor.com. Okay. And the password is doctor. So you can just go and first try to log in with this one. And you can see it is actually accepting because, and yep. And you can see you have one patient because also we also created the I also put in the seed. I also put that for each of the doctor we created at least, if you look at the seed file, that you can actually modify yourself if you are good enough to see. You can see that I created a doctor. After creating a doctor, you can see we created a doctor profile. And after doctor profile, we also created the availability hours. That's why they are all showing up. Now, this is a good start. You will not have things like more errors. You can easily start here from here, and this is a good thing. You can see patient@patient.com. You can now start like modifying things like that. Okay, so this is the for the doctor. Okay, I can log out. I can try the patient. Okay, I can log out. I can try the patient, which is going to be patient@patient.com. Patient@patient.com. And then here's going to be patient. Okay, just log in. Okay, so even this one, you can see it is logging in nicely. And this is just like welcome patient user. And you see recent doctors, you have this John Doe. You can go ahead and view this appointment here. It is not yet approved, it is still pending. So if a doctor, so you can see like at least we have this already working to help you not most people are getting errors. This is to help you really get started nicely. We can also still log out and log in as an admin. So we created so many users. Just going to create here admin. So this is admin at admin.com, and the password is admin. So you can just also log in as an admin. So you can see recent doctors. You have three doctors that were created and one patient like this. And this is really nice to do the database seed. Okay, so you can just go here and start by creating services. So right now you might not have any service, but you can start by adding new services. Add service like this would be a good place to start with. If you want a full demo of creating all this, you know the demo. I have a full demo. I will also leave the link where you can create a full demo for all these ones. Okay. So, but right now, I just want to go ahead and just see, set up the environmental variables. Yeah, synchronize the DB. So here you have to run setup. After this, then you can run stop the server and run npx prismadb push, restart the server, and then you have this, the default users. Yeah, so you have all these ones. I'm just going to go ahead and get this. So I'm just going to copy the source code. I think I just need only one piece. So I'm just going to open also the docs, which are these ones. I can first maybe duplicate this, and then inside here I'm just going to replace with copy this to this one, like this. Okay, so this step we're just replacing. I'm just going to copy one step, which is actually step I think 4. This one. So it's supposed to come after they start the server. You have to stop, and I think actually that's the how it's supposed to be. I don't want to go ahead and okay, anyways, I'm just going to do that. So let me just add here just like the bash copy. Okay, I'm just going to copy this, all these ones, just edit all these ones. Okay, all these ones bash. Okay, so let me just go and see if there is any step now. So we just run, we start with step 4. Just see cd run npm install, then you can just run npm setup for the prompts in the wizard. You can just say this will open the browser, and for the prompts, this will create the .env file in your project root inside configurations. Then you can synchronize your database with the schema. So run npx prisma. So at this point here, you just have to stop the server. Okay. So I can just say here, stop the server. Okay, with control plus C. Then you can now run. You can just like do this and then run the following command. On the terminal, sync your Prisma schema with database. Okay, so this is created necessary tables and then restart the server. I don't think you need at this point to restart the server really. See the database. Now this one becomes an absolute. There is no need of restarting the server in between here because we stopped the server. You can just like here, maybe just actually cut this. Okay, so here at this point the server is already stopped. Now we can populate by running this. Okay, then open the browser, so you can just for this step here, it will be step number 6. So this one can be 5, then this one can be 6, and then this one can be 7. Yeah, so I think now we are good. So these are the created users. We have the doctor. You can also just log in all these other ones. Yeah. I think that's it. I'm just going to go ahead and push this. Just say git add and git commit. minus m. They can just say here updated the docs, and then you just say git push. Oh, and git push. Okay, so this is the documentation now updated, and you have seen that we can log in to all the three users. So this is to help you at least create your first users. And if you want to create anything else apart from that, like you want to create services and other things, you can still go ahead and modify the script, the seed file. And I will be using these seed files so much in all the applications we have. This will be really helping so much to simplify the installation process. I will also be putting um, this setup. I wrote a lot of scripts. As you can see here, I have scripts that are opening and doing some things, and this will improve your life doing all these ones. Okay, so I'm not going to go ahead and deploy this, but if you have any issues like really starting to this point or deploying it, if you reach this point where you have done all this and they are running, now deploying is going to be really easy. Okay, you can just go ahead on Vercel. The only thing I can just show you is before you push it to Vercel, is make sure here you don't have any .git within this main. If you have anything like .git, then just go ahead and delete it and go and initialize a new repository. You can just go ahead and just like initialize a new repository. Okay, you can just go ahead and initialize a new repository. So you could just go to your Git. I didn't want to do that. Really, I'm just getting late. Okay, they just say you can just say come here, and you can just say medical app YouTube, and you can just like make it private or public, doesn't matter, and then you just go ahead and create. And then after this, you can just go ahead and copy these three. I always copy from git commit, and then I write these ones manually. So you can just come here. After you have confirmed you don't have .git, you can now just go and initialize this. And before you initialize, you can make sure that in the git ignore you have .env, which I added actually here. So you can just say git add and git. So you just need to write git init, actually git init and git add. Just these two scripts, and then just going to go ahead and then paste these ones like this. This should just push this just push your code on this. Okay, just like this. And now you can just quickly go to like Vercel, and you can just add a new thing, a new project here. Okay, and then you can just see a newly created repo will be on top here. Add this, and you can also just go ahead and import your environmental variables. Either you can just like copy and paste everything as you can see here, or you can even just go ahead and drag and drop the file here. You can just quickly go here into this, and you can just Control A, Control C, and then you can just come and paste this here like this, and then click deploy. So normally this is a point where most people fear, but as I've said, if you're not a developer, anything can just show up while you just like due to your machine or something you accidentally changed or something. Okay, so if you're just not a developer, as I've said, always get some help, you can just go in a WhatsApp group, can get a person to help you, or me personally can help you. Or if you need more features to add to this application, most people want to add more features. If you want to add more features, then you can contact me. I can add you more features at a really affordable cost. For instance, payment integration and so many others. And then what else? I just wanted to see if this one has updated. Yeah, so this has updated now. So now step number 1, install dependencies. Step number 2, set up environment variables. Synchronize data with the schema. You can see npx prisma.db push, seed your file, and then reset the server, and then you can access your application on this. Now you can log in using these accounts here. So this is really nice. I think most people are going to find this really useful. Set this one up. Meanwhile, the app is deploying. If it takes more than 1 minute, it is always a good thing, meaning that it is having high chances of actually getting deployed successfully. So yeah, it's a good thing if it takes. Sometimes it always just get stuck like at the 40th second, and you have to go ahead and configure some things. Um, and if you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. It is really, most of you are watching and enjoying the content, but you haven't subscribed. Please, you can go ahead and subscribe. And I'm dropping, there is a big video that is coming up next so soon. So yeah, you can just hit that notification bell so that you just get notified when that video lands. There is a big video, and where I'm just going to be showing you what is this next big thing. I have a challenge that is going to come up soon, a big challenge that I don't know if I'm just going to really afford to do alone, but it is coming up next. You can just keep your eyes watching anytime the video is going to drop. But right now, I'm just waiting for this to finish. It is getting into 3 minutes. I don't know if it's going to deploy in the first. And yep, done. You can see it has deployed really successfully. I'm so happy that there is no errors found. Okay, there is no errors found, and yeah, you can see they splash you those ones. So what you can just do, you can just go to the dashboard and you can quickly modify a few things. So as you can see this, just copy this domain just like this. In fact, you could just first open it here. This will just have to open actually. And I think even the fetches the fetches are working. But you need to just go to settings for the login to work, environmental variables, and then you have to change a few things. The first one is the next auth URL. So you can just go ahead and edit this. Okay, just edit this to this one. And then another thing you need to change is the next public. So you can just say save this one. First of all, save. And then you can also just change this next base, edit this, also add this, just like this, save. And then yeah, so yeah, those are the only ones you have to do. After changing those ones, just go to your app here and just click redeploy. So you can just go to deployments, and then you just go to this one and click redeploy, and just redeploy just like this. Because if you don't redeploy, you'll not be able to log in because you're still hitting the localhost result and so after redeploying, now you're able to go ahead and log in and do all these things. Okay. Yeah, so thank you so much for watching this video. I will see you in the next one.